Welcome back. This is Son Alexander again for part 3 of the Sith Acolyte helm/mask tutorial. As you can see, I am well on my way to coating the mold with the paper mache. I'm about halfway done, and I wanted to take a second to show you guys that there is a trick to, depending on the mold you're using, there is a trick you need to do. I screwed this up the first time, and this is one of the mistakes that I learned from. As you can see, right here, there is a ridge, and I have not covered it yet. What I have done is, on both sides of it, I have built up the paper mache to the same level as the ridge. That way, when you cover the ridge, you won't have a bump on the top of it. That's going to be very important for a step later on that I learned. When you do a detailed piece right here, it goes up and over, and I will get into that later, but it's very important that you make sure you build up both sides of the paper mache helmet before you cover this. You want it to be completely even, and your fingers are going to get sticky. Make sure that you smooth out as many bumps as you can, and you don't want a whole lot of residue left over. See? You try to get that off as much as you can. And also, the smaller the pieces of newspaper that you use, the better. Don't make them too small, because then you're just going to be tediously sticking them on. You want them to overlap, but you don't want them to be too big, because if they're too big, then when you encounter a curve, they won't lay down properly, and then you'll get an air bubble and an air pocket. You don't want that. So just make sure you're smoothing them out, do it even, and do a crisscross pattern on your mask. You don't want it to, you can do a layer of straight across, like I'm doing there, like I did with the base. You can do one layer across, but you don't want to do it that way the whole way up. You want to make sure it's zigzag and crisscross and all over the place. That reinforces it. So just some tips while you're paper macheing your helmet, or really anything. This is typically the method you use. So be back with part 4 once I have gotten this completed and it is dry. Thanks.